Following Real Madrid's 3-0 loss to Arsenal in the first leg of their Champions League quarter-final match, the Spanish media has been furious. Against a struggling Real Madrid on Tuesday, the Gunners put on an incredible show, winning thanks to 2 magnificent Declan Rice free kicks and a third goal from Mikel Merino. Carlo Ancelotti's team suffered a serious setback, and although they have a history of performing European miracles, they will have a very difficult time reversing the deficit at the Bernabeu next week. At the Emirates, a number of Real players performed poorly, and the situation worsened in extra time when Eduardo Camavinga was sent off, meaning he would not play in the second leg. Additionally, the Spanish media harshly criticized Real after the match. The front page of Mundo Deportivo featured one of Rice's goals with the caption, "Humiliados," which translates to, humiliated. Meanwhile, Jude Bellingham appeared despondent on Sport's first page with the heading, Tocadissimos, which means, we played. According to other sources, Ancelotti's team will face a difficult task next week. AS's tagline, Obligado a otro milagro, translates to, bound to another miracle. Marca, on the other hand, stressed the gravity of the situation while displaying a more positive tone. Humiliados pero. Para el Madrid no hay imposibles, translates as, everything is impossible for Madrid, but I'm humiliated. The outlet's online article, Debacle in London, was more harsh in its condemnation elsewhere. In the same location where they were crowned champions less than a year ago, Madrid resigned. Real Madrid had not been dealt such a crushing blow in Europe in a long time. It followed a disastrous display at the Emirates where Vinicius led the resignation of an attacking trident that had gone by with little attention. Marca also vented their frustrations at specific celebrities, criticizing Ancelotti and Real Madrid's elite front three. They went on to say, Vinicius, Mbappe, and Rodrigo showed no signs of life. Madrid was a toy in the hands of an Arsenal team that dominated them from beginning to end without posing any threat. A litany of Courtois saves, 2 goals stopped on the goal line, and innumerable last-minute clearances. On the field, Madrid suffered a nightmare, and in the technical department, Ancelotti. The skipper allowed the ship to sink, but he did not jump it. Real Madrid mortally wounded, they said later. Courtois prevented an even worse loss for a dreadful, lifeless Real Madrid that lacked ideas, a strategy, and a game. AS's website was as negative, characterizing Los Blancos as a largely outdated sieve, and likening the evening to a shipwreck. El Chiringuito, a famous television program, called Tuesday a historic debacle and a tragedy in London. The Spanish media kept focusing on players like Vinicius Jr. and Kylian Mbappe, with AS complaining that Real Madrid thrives on the talent of its stars. However, there was no flash at the Emirates Stadium. He, Vinicius Jr., was completely out of it, one Marca columnist swore. No defensive attitude, useless runs, passes that went nowhere. He wasn't at the Emirates Stadium that night, but I'm not sure where he was. When describing Mbappe, the same outlet was equally harsh, calling him failing and ineffective, and as grey as the jersey he wore. Marca gave 5 stars, David Alaba, Camavinga, Mbappe, Vinicius Jr., and Rodrigo, a score of 4 out of 10 for the match, which was also not a good read. Rodrigo was referred to be unrecognizable and a shadow, while Alaba's dreadful night and Camavinga's umpteenth blunder of the match that resulted in his dismissal were lamented. However, recent seasons have been marked by incredible Real Madrid comebacks in the Champions League, where they have won historic matches against teams like Manchester City, Chelsea, and Bayern Munich. As they came to the conclusion that Real Madrid are once again on the brink of the impossible, AS tried their best to remain hopeful. The Bernabeu, that black hole that has so frequently sucked up the best, needs another poltergeist. If anyone can do it, it's us, Marca continued.